seems ridiculous, utterly ridiculous. I realize that now.
After the Peacock Miraculous debuted in the second season, it didn't take long for fans to piece together the possibility that Adrien and later Felix might be Sentimonsters. In the fifth season, that beloved fan theory became canon for Adrien and Felix, and in the sixth season we learned that Kagami was also created with the Peacock Miraculous. It seemed like Gabriel and his wealthy friends were obsessed with creating perfect children, obedient heirs who could carry on their legacy. Despite the Peacock Miraculous's damage, Gabriel apparently had no problem handing it out to others, meaning there might be other Sentimonsters that we still don't know about. Today's video will explore this possibility, as we consider which characters might be undiscovered Sentimonsters under their parents' control.
I'm telling you, you're not!
And I'm telling you, I am.
You're just too good. It's your plan that was bad.
Number 1. Chloe. If we look at the 3 Sentimonster children we already have, it makes sense for Chloe to be included in the group. She grew up with Adrien and Felix, she's a member of their high society, and her parents have a long history with Gabriel. Andre is one of the few people who knew Gabriel before he rebranded himself, and the two seemed like best friends when they were young and down on their luck. Gabriel helped Andre impress Audrey and become a politician, so there are many things that keep the two families connected. As one of the rich kids of Miraculous, Chloe fits the bill for a Sentimonster. Granted, we know she's not the most obedient when it comes to her father, but we do see that she idolizes her mom and desperately wants to impress her. When Chloe and Audrey share the screen, it's obvious where Chloe picks up her bad traits from. Also, Chloe being a Sentimonster could further explain why she flipped on the heroes and went down the path of a villain, despite her redemption arc. Becoming a hero happened of her own free will, but betraying the OG Miraculars might have been her mom using her amok.
Actually, I don't even care about her. It's because I have no reason to be here. Nobody likes me. I have no friends.
Number 2. Zoe. If we assume Chloe's a Sentimonster, then there's a good chance that Zoe is too. Audrey cares so little for her children that she can't keep their names straight, even though Zoe's the one who lived with her in New York. We don't know much about Zoe's past aside from Ray using it as blackmail to bully her. Zoe's also ashamed of the person she used to be, as she would change her personality to make others like her. I have a sneaking suspicion she might have acted like Chloe in the past, torturing her fellow students for no good reason. Of course, we know that her quest for popularity and her mean girl act are things her mom would approve of. Like Chloe, Zoe fell into the trap of becoming just like her mother. Zoe's stint of cruelty might have had Audrey's influence all over it, especially if she had Zoe's amok to manipulate her behavior. Of course, Zoe's able to break free from her mom's influence once she moves to Paris, so we have to assume something happened to impact Audrey's control over her. Maybe that lack of control is why Audrey brought her to Paris in the first place, to drop her in Andre's care before leaving again. Zoe has another dad, and while we know very little about him, if he had any role in Zoe's life, maybe he stole her amok to give her the freedom she deserved.
What's up, cockroach?
Leave me alone, Ray.
What's the matter? Are you afraid I'll show your new friends who you really are?
Number 3. Noe. In the episode of the same name, we learned that Chloe and Zoe actually have an older brother named Noe. I got the impression that they're unaware of his existence, and that he doesn't have the same dad as either of them. Despite this, the 3 siblings have strikingly similar appearances, taking after Audrey with their blonde hair and blue eyes. For someone consumed with her self-image, it makes sense that Audrey's Sentimonsters and children would look like her and not their other parents. It might also explain why all 3 siblings have different dads, as Audrey often traveled and her pregnancies may not have lined up with her visits to Paris, leaving only the reasonable explanation that she had affairs. The only thing I can't explain is why Audrey might have 3 children from the Peacock Miraculous while everyone else has 1. There's also the price the broken Miraculous exacted to everyone who uses it. And while that price may not have been fatal for Audrey, the repercussions of her using it don't appear to be physical. It might be that Audrey helped Gabriel's fashion brand thrive, which gave her greater access to the Peacock Miraculous. With it, she likely aimed to create obedient children, with Noe being the most successful. At the end of his debut episode, we glimpse him getting into a car and sitting next to Audrey, and the scene lingers on her ring. That's a very specific and suspicious detail, which makes many fans think he's definitely a Sentimonster.
All the people I love are here. My parents, my friends.
You're making a mistake, Marinette.
I think you're wrong.
Number 4. XY. Generally speaking, the members of the kingdom and their children should feel unlikable. They're the elite members of society, and they abuse their powers trying to make the world turn in their favor. Members of the group who are basically confirmed include Gabriel, Tomoe, and Audrey, but I wouldn't be surprised if Colt became a member too. Each of these characters acts in their own self-interest, comes off incredibly conceited, and obviously wants the Miraculouses for themselves despite the Council's apparent team efforts. Does this sound like anyone we know? Yeah, Bob Roth. It describes the music producer perfectly. Bob's obsessed with making a quick dollar, even though he's already well known and lands guest appearances all the time. He's selfish, will turn against his allies, and abandons his team when plans go sideways. Most importantly, he also has a child. While XY is a few years older than the other kids, he still does everything his dad tells him, even when those things are crimes. XY already has a fan base and doesn't need to ride on the success of others. Despite that, he still does whatever his dad tells him, even if it's crimes that could ruin his career. That type of mindless obedience is precisely what we can expect to find from a Sentimonster. And Bob seems like the type of company Gabriel would keep. In return for, say, the successful launch of his fashion brand, he may have allowed Bob to use the Peacock Miraculous for a day.
Even a superhero, what matters is how you fix them. I personally made one by losing that Miraculous.
Number 5. Loic. A brand new character introduced in the 6th season, Loic is someone we know very little about. He's one of the new students who attend school with the Miraculars, but unlike them, he's a troublemaker who enjoys pulling others into his pranks and mean-spirited tricks. In his debut episode, he teams up with other school bullies to harass Kim, convincing him that he can't kiss Undine like he planned. Their meddling nearly leads to the couple breaking up, and it does cause Undine to become akumatized. As a villain, she manages to flood the city and put many people in danger. As I've already covered, everyone with a Sentimonster child seems to come from this elite organization known as the Kingdom. These politicians, celebrities, and business owners run the world from their positions of power and expect their children to take over when they're gone. Obviously, people determined to run the world don't have the best intentions, and the few members of the Kingdom we know tend to be cruel and careless. They also try to make their children act just like them, willing to rely on their amaks to achieve it. I'm recapping the evidence here to say, doesn't Loic sound like the child of one of these Kingdom members? It makes sense that the organization would close in on the Miraculouses after Gabriel's death, and the pointless bullying, mayhem, and desire for control exhibited by Loic lines up perfectly with someone mimicking behaviors they witnessed from their well-off parents.
Because I'm telling you, and when I tell you to do something, you just do it.
Okay, but then what do I do when I'm with her?
While some might believe the idea overused, I love the idea of numerous Sentimonsters existing at once. For one, it means that the 3 we have confirmed aren't alone in the world. For 2, it would add another layer to the Kingdom, especially if its members use the Miraculouses for personal gain, creating their perfect diamonds that they present to their colleagues like treasure or precious jewels. It's pretty dark as far as secret societies go, especially if none of these children have free will. What do you think about my suspected Sentimonsters? Am I onto something, or am I way off the mark? Now that Felix has the Peacock Miraculous, it's only a matter of time before he realizes that there are more than just him and Kagami under their parents' thumbs. Before that happens, leave your theories in the comments below, so you can say you guessed the next Sentimonster before the official reveal.
That was the plan, but no.
Dupen Chang?
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications to stay updated on our uploads.
But I'm sure we can rise to the challenge!
Of course, a challenge! Great idea, Marinette! Thank you!